for our necks, okay? We're using East Indian rosewood for our fingerboards, okay? But the size is different, okay? One of the things that this allows us, first of all, this is cheaper because of the cut. This is cheaper than this cut, okay? The reason being is that it's cheaper is because there's less waste involved than in this, okay, for us, all right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna mill that down to the thickness that we want. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut it, okay? That orange machine right back there is what we call a jump saw or miter saw. Basically, it's gonna cut a diagonal cut, and then we're gonna take that and we're gonna flip it, we're gonna glue it on so that you get your headstock angle. Okay, and this is what we have right here, one of those pieces, all right? All these pins are gonna get cut out. So, but one thing I wanna show you, this is a stage 1, what we call stage 1 for S2. This is a stage 1 for 4, okay? And you can see there's a lot of waste involved in here, okay? Just all these parts get cut off, and they're really not used for anything. It's just waste, all right? But you're gonna get a solid neck, okay? The only thing, one of the main differences is an S2 neck is a 3-piece neck, a 4 neck is a solid neck except for the ears, all right? So there's one of the main differences. It costs more to produce this neck than it does this neck, okay?
But that scarf joint is very strong still,
oh,
right?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%, you know? Just, you know, we've done pressure tests on that. It would take over 400 pounds to break. And it wouldn't even break on the glue, the wood would break, okay? And I had one last week, neck and body, glued up, finished. We were cutting it off because it had something wrong with the finish and we weren't gonna put any more labor into it. And I took it and I like stood on it and like bounced up and down and it didn't do anything to it, you know? The neck joint didn't crack or anything, the headstock didn't crack, fully functional, you know? No problems at all. So, at this stage, this is gonna go in the CNC machine. And we're gonna do this part first, right? So it's gonna go, well, we're gonna level it first. We're gonna take and level this surface, okay? That's gonna go straight down to the CNC machine, and it's gonna carve this cut, okay? Next, we're gonna flip it over, and we're gonna do a CNC route here, okay? And they're also gonna level this surface. They're gonna level this surface, and they're gonna put this truss rod slide, okay? Next, we're gonna take and insert the truss rod. Alright, and then we're going to take, once this truss rod's put in, we're going to take this wooden piece and we're going to shove it in there and glue it, and it's going to go in that press right behind you, alright? And it's going to go in there for 3 hours, alright? Once that's done, it gets pulled out, and the step that we're going to do is another CNC cut. This whole thing is going to get leveled once again, okay? So we have a perfectly flat surface. Then we're going to put pins in here, and then this fingerboard is going to get attached, okay? Put on there, and then this goes on here, this ball is going to go in this press, right? And the way these things operate is basically just a bladder. You see, it inflates and presses that up tight against that ball, right? After that's done, we're going to, here. So this is what it's going to look like at this point. We're going to take with dowel pins, insert there, put glue all over this, and the heel is going to get glued on this, okay? So what you have is this right here, okay? And then it's ready for final carve, all right? So we'll put it back in the CNC machine, and here's your final carve, all right? Now, it still has to get sanded at this point. So the neck will get sanded, and here's your final neck sand process. You guys can pass that